What's going on, everyone? This is Stephen Place with Precision Volume Alerts, and this is Watchlist Wednesday for Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. Today, we are looking at the electric vehicle ecosystem. Why? Well, Tesla's a $1 trillion company now. So that's in play, and many times when you have the leader of an industry going parabolic, you'll have follow-ons with it. One of the best examples that I can think of was back... Oh God, this is 10 years ago. 10 years ago, when Apple was releasing their iPhone, they were getting a lot of sales, and then any new version of the iPhone that would come out, everyone would try and get their hands on them, cracking them open, and look at the chipsets in them. And so I think Cirrus Logic was one that once they discovered the chip was in the iPhone, you knew it would run because it's a supplier for all the iPhones. Okay, so names around the iPhone rollout were very good trades as well. So we can think about electric vehicles, right? And we can look at other manufacturers of EVs. We can look at the battery power. We can look at lithium. We can look at fuel cells. We can look at various areas in this market. Now, a lot of these names are completely broken, and they may not ever get up off the mat ever, or at least they need more time to attract buyers at better prices. And so they're like completely off the radar for me. Things that are in sustainable downtrends, it's just not a thing. Yet underneath the surface, there are some names that are basing out. Okay, so we'll take a look at those, and I'll give you just a quick overview of what I look at in this space as well. So let's hop over. And you can see on the right side, we have a list of a lot of names, and I'm just going to hop through a couple of them really quick. First up, you got Tesla. Now, Tesla's overbought, and obviously Tesla can get more overbought, but right now we're starting to see some selling tails. What we saw over the past week, 3 days worth of action is directly related to some of the mechanics in the options market, so it would be reasonable to expect that to have a rest. Now, there's some other spaces in this that could be worth a look. Now, we could look at Fisker, right? And Fisker isn't there just yet. One good thing you can consider doing is, because a lot of these ran in February and March, is to simply look at the anchored VWAP from the highest high point right there, so you can get a feel for where sellers might start to show up again. These volume weighted average prices, the VWAP, against those levels have been proven for me to be reliable pivot levels, both to the upside and downside. So for example, if Fisker clears above its 20-day high and takes out 1588, takes out that anchored VWAP, we're probably going to see a push to 20. So maybe the December 20 calls are a decent bet. There are some other names that, they're just not there, like Ride. Ride is looking like hot garbage right now. I don't want to dumpster dive. I want to play the momentum. So we just need to make sure that the price action aligns with the narrative that we have. There's a couple others that are actual EV sales places. You've got Nikola. Nikola hasn't made a car just yet, but it's funny because this does tend to have squeezes. It's a very highly shorted stock. The last... if you look at how it traded back, was this June 2020, and then it turns out that the car, I think it was the truck they had, the demonstration was just rolling downhill. It wasn't even working yet. So again, there's just some places to avoid over there. Then you've got electric vehicles in China, right? So you've got NIO, and NIO has seen a couple days worth of movement to the upside, I guess 2 weeks now. And it's just going sideways right now. You just want to keep this on your watch list. If it comes down to support, you can try buying at support, run a stop underneath recent lows, or you can wait for it to push up into 46, get that pullback, nice little handle on a cup and handle pattern, and then a breakout. We've also got, I'm trying to remember some of the others, Xpev. Yeah, and that one just broke out, so look for some follow on there. Again, you want to look for strength here. These are not names, in my opinion, I don't think it makes sense to try and knife catch these things aggressively. So you want to look for strength. You want to look for momentum. And I think LI is another one that looks pretty decent right here, especially if it can clear 36. Okay. So those are the electric vehicle sales, the sellers of the cars. Then you have things like batteries. All right. So RMO is one, and that looks like trash. So we'd avoid it. But Quantum QS is one that, I've taken a couple shots to the upside and they haven't worked out. but you get that one time and it's really going to squeeze. So I'm just watching it right now. I want to see if, these selling wicks can start to clear. If we find buyers and actually get a clearance above 26, that's going to be a very interesting play right there. You've got the LiDAR plays. So LAZR is one that I've played in the past. It's just not doing anything just yet. And then I got a second list on my other monitor. I'm just trying to find some other ones. Then you've got the lithium plays. Remember, these batteries require lithium. So the two that I have traded the most often are LTHM, which looks really nice right here. This is a very good base on base pattern, so keep a close eye out on that one. And then LAC, which is coming back up and testing its February highs. All right, so remember, a lot of the electric vehicle ecosystem had these massive runs in January and February. Look at this. It's back to its February high. That's relative strength. That's something you have to pay attention to, so keep an eye out on those lithium plays. For charging stations, you have, I'm trying to remember, Blink. There we go. And Blink doesn't look too hot just yet. And then you've got Beam. Beam's just, it maybe, right? We've got key resistance at 31 1/3. If it gets above that, then you can try and play the momentum there and look for some upside. You've also got hydrogen fuel cell stuff, so FCEL, where if it can remount above $8, that's worth a look. You've got Plug, which is just plugging away, and it's got its anchored VWAP from the 2021 highs. That is just coming into play right there. I'd like to see this go straight shot up for reasons. But if it goes sideways a little bit, as long as prices are accepted at these current levels and we're not finding aggressive sellers, then it absolutely has a lot of potential to the upside. We've seen enough of a base. We can call this an Adam and Eve bottom, where you have, let me see if I can just point this out really quick. You have a sharp capitulatory move and then a very rounded bottom developing right here. So that's a very nice technical pattern to work with. You've also got Bloom Energy BE, which is in play right now. It had a nice gap up on Monday. Look for some consolidation there, and then it's just open space. Within the sector, it is technically in the clean energy area, so you can look at solar. We've done a watch list Wednesday with some previous solar names. We have seen a move in Enphase today, and the name that we have inside of PVA right now is Solar Run, which is up a little more than a double for the calls, and I think 20% on the stock, so that's looking really good as well. So within this watch list that we've gone over, we have deployed capital inside the PVA portfolio on two of these names already. You can probably guess one because I was talking my book a little bit, but the second one's also in here. If you want to see the exact setups that we're looking at, how we take these trades and what's in our portfolio, as well as the option trades that we're taking, to do that, there is a webinar that you need to go watch. So below this video is a special registration button to go watch this training that I've put on to show you how I'm finding these names before they start to move. Once you watch the webinar, you can become a member of Precision Volume Alerts, and then you can get our entire portfolio and get access to all of our trades as we put them on. Risk is really starting to heat up right here, so we will be taking a lot more trades here very soon, and you can't afford to miss those right now. So below this video is the registration button to go to the webinar, and that's all I got right now. Hope to see you on the other side. Have a great day.